Charlene and Monaco. Let's do another one. Do. Charlene and Monaco. Where am I? Rachel Weiss. That's the next one I can see. Rachel Weiss. I think he's already on the list. Isn't this the one that does Little Mermaid? Is that the one? I don't know. I've got no idea. I don't follow any of this nonsense. I just don't care. Right, there we go. Rachel Weiss. Images. He's not married to Daniel Craig, is he? Announced his pregnancy at 48. Who's 48? Rachel Weiss is 48 and having a baby. Fuck! Of course she is, yeah. Let's just put all 48-year-old women in danger, shall we? 48 years old and having a baby. My ash. We got a pregnancy pic, Preg. Oh my gosh. Pregnant 48. Let's have a look. Oh, they're just taking the piss. They were... Daniel Craig, this old grandma with the close set eyes and the five head. Who's got the further apart eyes? Look at the difference. What you're telling me is, this old grandma, who's about 50, maybe 60 something now, has got this 48-year-old man pregnant. My ash. I'm telling you now, men can't get pregnant, especially at 48. You get... Look, women don't get pregnant at 48, let alone a man. But there he is, apparently 48 years old. Oh no, that's Mila Jovovich, wrong person. Apparently, Rachel Weisz has got pregnant at 48. Yeah, of course he has. That reminds me, I need 2 bottles of milk whilst I'm out. Look at that arm. Rachel Weisz, 48 and pregnant. Maya, do you know what it is? It's to make older women try for babies, and you know that older women can't carry them properly, right? They lose them, or they lose themselves trying to carry a baby through at that age. It's a joke. It's just an absolute insult. I think my auntie had, the youngest of our cousins, ads, he's still 35, but he was born, I was 17 when he was born. And I remember everyone was worried for my Auntie Joni because she was 42. To have a baby so late on in life is very, very dangerous. Not just for baby, but for mother. But she carried him through. In his ear, the big numpty. If listening, lads, fuck you. We're looking at Rachel Weisz, who's 48 and pretending to have a baby, using a moon bump. It's an insult, it really is. Straight legs, knees together. It's a man, final answer. Look at him. Taking the piss. They all do it, lot. They're like Amanda. That's what Amanda looked like. It really is. Look at... What the fuck is that? What is that? Oh, you're killing me. You really can't. Firstly, right, there is no ass whatsoever, right? When a woman, what is she? 29 months pregnant. That's a joke. That is an absolute joke. It looks like she's been holding that baby in. That she's either holding 8 kids in there or she's 8 years pregnant. That's a joke, right? But here's the point, right? Here's the point. That thing has got, that creature there has got no ass. It's got no meat on it. It's got nothing on the bingo wings. It's got nothing on the bobs. There's nothing showing on the face. It's just all the fat is centered there. You have got to be kidding me. That doesn't even look like a baby, does it? Yeah, it looks like a basketball. It looks like a basketball or some type of football under there. How did he get away with a picture like that? No woman rests her hands on a belly like that. It doesn't look like that. It's ridiculous. It really is. I want that original. I'll take that anyway in case I can't find it. But that's a joke, isn't it? The flat back, if that arm wasn't there, that'd be a vertical spine behind him. That is just, it's a piss take. And I've never looked at a woman and thought, what the is that? Because that's what I'm thinking. When I first saw that, I was like, what is that? I've got no idea. Is that Hilaria Baldwin? Is that really? Oh, I've got. Where's Hilaria Baldwin pregnant? Look at this. She's actually got the baby sat on that. And now I know who it is. Hilarious Baldwin pregnant. There's a picture of him with Alex. Hilaria Baldwin pregnant. Where's the one with Alex? There it is. That's not the right picture though, is it? There's one where the baby's... No, is the baby sat on... It is, look. The baby is literally sat over the moon bump, look. I'm telling you now, right? Jodie, when she was pregnant with Ratio, she never held Jack up like that and rested Jack over a Ratio like that, just in case Jack's leg came down on baby. It's a joke. Literally sat the baby on the baby. And there's your other part, right? 29 years pregnant, wearing 6-inch high heels. They just love to put pregnant women in danger. They really, really want you real women to wear high heels and fall and stumble with your babies. It's a joke. Hilaria Baldwin. We're not on Hilaria Baldwin. I was about to continue the investigation. Rachel Weiss is where we are. Backfire, what are you saying? Rachel Weiss? Shut up. I know there's a Rachel. Don't wind me up. I've spelt it wrong. Rachel W. Let's just search that. Rachel, there. Search. Rachel W. Away it goes. Is that Jeff Goldblum? It bloody is. What's Jeff Goldblum doing there? Bond baby. Rachel Weisz pregnant at 48. That's not Rachel Weisz. I'm so confused right now. Is that Rachel Weisz? That's not Rachel Weisz. Shut up. Hit the bed. Look at the size difference on these two. Stanley Tucci's wife, Felicity Blunt. Can I be blunt with you, Felicity? You're not a Felicity. You're lying. Yeah. We're looking at... Oh, my gosh. Look at this one. Kim Kardashian. Psst, this is your captain speaking. We're coming in for landing. Oh, my God. It's a vine swinger. Look at it. Blockhead. Let's go back to Rachel Weisz. I've got no understanding why Rachel Weisz is not in my back file. I could have sworn he dated Tom Cruise, didn't he? Rachel Ward. Rachel Weisz. There he is. Let's bring him up. Rachel Weisz. Rachel Weisz. Edelweiss. There we go. Rachel Weisz. 1,